Today we will understand sustainable teaching practices and role of sustainable teaching practices for the quality education. So first of all, we have to understand what is sustainable teaching practices and what are the measures for quality education through sustainable practices and what are the benefits and how we can implement the sustainable teaching practices. So sustainable teaching practices refer to the adoption of strategies and approaches by the educators. These strategies and approaches, they promote environmental, social and economic sustainability. We should see and we realize that these practices, they aim to create a positive impact on the environment and society while providing effective education to the student. This is the concept regarding these sustainable teaching practices, how they will affect on quality education. But we have to see the measures. Number one, environmental stewardship, project-based learning, community engagement, and multidisciplinary integration, technological integration, ethical consideration, and continuous learning. So, continuous learning, these are the measures. If we adopt, then certainly we will do something concrete for the quality education. Now we see what are the benefits of sustainable teaching practices for quality education. Sustainable teaching practices emphasize real-world application and provide students with a deeper understanding of the world around them. This is very important. Only bookish knowledge is not enough in present scenario. But we have to feel our surrounding and really that man and his environmental relationship is the major concern of today's world. So we have to promote critical thinking, problem solving skills. So if we want to provide them quality education, so these are all the important steps have to be taken in order to give quality education to our students. So we have to make ourselves promoters of the critical thinking and problem solving skills. We have to address their queries, we have to address their grievances. So we have to make a congenial atmosphere, congenial environment. These are the benefits of sustainable teaching practices. So if we are creating conducive and congenial atmosphere in which we are discussing the problems and we are also discussing the prospects of their future career. So these are the benefits of sustainable teaching practices. And sustainable teaching practices, this is the multifaceted. That's why we can say that certainly this can be acknowledged as a multifaceted concept that cuts across the different disciplines. This is very important. And we have to raise the awareness of the student about it. We have to make them sensitive about the environmental and social issues. If they are coming to the school, if they are coming to the college and higher educational institute, at least they should observe, they should make their opinion about the environmental and social issues. We have to promote and civic engagement. We have to focus on long-term impact rather than the short-term gains. This is very important. A student should create his thinking in such a way that we should see the long-term impact, not short-term gains. And sustainability that involves understanding and responding to the change. These are the benefits and how we will implement the sustainable teaching practices for the quality education. First of all, we have to implement sustainable teaching practices which are essential for the quality education, as we have to address the global changes such as climate change, resource depletion, environmental degradation, social inequality, regional disparities. These are all the issues which we have to address. So these are the global challenges. These are the burning issues in present scenario. So if we want to implement sustainable teaching practices, so these issues are essential to be addressed. That make education more relevant and more engaging for the students. Yani, it means we are now going to connect our classroom with the real world. So we have to bring to the real world from their respective classroom. And we have to consider that sustainability, this is a complex concept that requires the interdisciplinary approach. If we really see and look into the term sustainability and its paraphernalia, so we have to see we have to consider interdisciplinary approach while we are defining the sustainability. It equips the students with the skills and the competence which is needed for the future. So we have to equip our students with all skills, with multifaceted skill and competence which is needed for their future. And we should promote global citizenship by fostering an understanding of the interconnectedness and interdependence among the people and the planet. So, what are now we have discussed the definition, we have to discuss the measures and benefits, and now implementation. Now we have to see what challenges we have to face for the implementation of sustainable teaching practices. There are several changes to implement sustainable teaching practices from quality education, and because educators, administrators and other stakeholders, they may be resistant to the incorporating new approaches from traditional teaching method. Really, this is a very important issue which we have to consider, that there is a journey from the traditional teaching method to the sustainable teaching practices, because there are some problems we have to face, and sometimes we don't want to see from easy mode, because this sustainable teaching practice is not as much as simple than the traditional teaching mode. So the educators and administrators and other stakeholders have to do more efforts as compared to the normal classroom traditional teaching method. So therefore school and educational institutions, because the schools and educational institutions, they are having limited budget and limited resources. So they are administrators, the management and other stakeholders, they are not easily agreeable to implement this sustainable teaching practices. So, and one important thing is that they are not, first of all, we have to create awareness, because the concerned persons, they are not very much aware and trained about this sustainable teaching practices. Then time constraints and curriculum demands and assessment and evaluation of the students and their learning, their progress. These are all important considerations regarding the implementation of sustainable teaching practices for the quality education. Then limited integration across the discipline. This is also one of the important considerations. So we have, but we have to explore the ways of implementation for the quality education. So implementing the sustainable teaching practices for quality education, we should involve a comprehensive approach that encompasses various strategies and action. Curriculum integration, professional development, and experimental learning. These are all the ways through which we can implement the sustainable teaching practices for the quality education. So now we are going on to the conclusion. So we are concluding this in that manner, that implementing sustainable teaching practices, this is essential for quality education by integrating sustainability concepts, skills and values into the curriculum. By implementing sustainable teaching practices, educational institution can create a positive impact on society, empowering students to become a responsible and active participant of the society. And sustainable teaching practices, this is really a pathway towards the quality education that prepares the student for complex and interconnected challenges of 21st century. Thank you very much.